Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to get in here today and say hello and again Happy New Year to you. Today I actually went to work and I thought it was Tuesday but it was Monday and I was off, so I had to drive back home. That was quite funny, but I wanted to get in here and just kind of let you take inventory of my plants so that in 2023, because it's here now, we need to know exactly what it is that I have, and then we'll talk about what I lost. But right now we're doing pretty good with the plants and them surviving the winter. And that's a big deal because sometimes caring for plants in the winter, especially if you don't have a greenhouse, it can be very difficult. It also, if you don't have enough humidity, then that can be very difficult. So let's just take a look at just the ones today that I have here in the greenhouse, okay? So let me just see. So we're not going to be talking necessarily about their care, just that, you know, letting you look at the condition of the plants and just moving forward after that. Okay, this is a albo syngonium, and as you can see, there's new growth there. Okay, so we know that this is a healthy plant. Next plant is a variegated burl marks philodendron. It has new growth there, so we know that this is a healthy plant. Okay. Next plant is a Hoya macrophylla or macrophylla, and she has really good growth, and her leaves are a little you can see the speckles in her leaves, and also she has variegation on the border of her leaves. Very nice plant. This is another syngonium. I'm getting a lot of smaller leaf growth, which leads me to believe that this plant is not getting enough light. So I got a lot of new babies, if you can see there, but I need to see if I can get more light on this plant. Okay. Next plant we have two new growing points on this plant. This is a I think it's a crystallinum or either a magnificum. It is an anthurium plant. Okay, so I got some new growth here. Next plant, this plant I had almost killed. This is an asparagus fern, but I am getting some more life out of her. This plant likes lots of light and lots of humidity, and sometimes because it sits in the back of the greenhouse, I forget to water it. Okay, so I put a little dish underneath it to help with that, so it can get some bottom watering. This is another Hoya, and it's has really grown, and I'm getting some sun exposure, and things are looking really good and positive with this plant. I've got some pink in her variegation, and she's doing really well. So we're really proud of her and how much she's progressing. Okay. Next plant is another Hoya. This is probably my fastest growing Hoya, and this is a Hoya pubicalix. And because she's been getting more light, you can see where her foliage is dark right there. And that's because it's right up next to my grow light. And so I'm able to, they call it sun stressing the plant to give her the color in her foliage, okay? And the last plant on this shelf is my silver sword philodendron. This is a beautiful plant, you guys. Look at the color of it. It's almost like a silver color, and then the leaves and the stem are really thick and fleshly. I love this plant. I actually just took a cutting from this plant, as you can see right there, so I can make more plant babies, okay? And then I have here, this plant is a fast grower and needs to be watered, so I'll leave her out. This is a epipremnum, a variegated epipremnum. So this plant has some really beautiful coloration in her leaves, okay? So, and look at this long growth point here. So I could actually propagate her if I like, okay? So we'll leave her right there because she needs to be watered, okay? And here's a plant that's outgrowing my greenhouse. So I might have to put it on the wall here in front of my south-facing window. But this is a Scindapsus, and the Scindapsus is a beautiful plant. They just look at the leaves there. She's just gorgeous, and I've got some big leaves coming off of this plant, so I really love her. Okay, and can barely fit her in there. She really needs to go on the bottom shelf, but I've got to make room for her. How to do that. And that's pretty much it. I have a couple of more plants in the shelf higher up, but one of them is a Hoya Sarawak. I'll show you that one because it's doing really well. That's my Hoya Sarawak, and I was supposed to water her earlier today, but I forgot, so we'll put her right there. And lastly, I have another Hoya here. This is one of my favorite Hoyas when I first time getting a Hoya. This is a Hoya obovata, and I have another one that was in the pot with this plant, but it's doing really good in my greenhouse, so I'll just leave her alone. That's it, you guys. So that completes my inventory in my greenhouse cabinet. I bought this cabinet from, I can't think of the name of this store, where a lot of the college students purchase their college stuff. I'll think of it and put it in the description, you guys. But right now, I can't think of it. But it's a Millsboro cabinet, and I love it. It keeps my plants from not having enough humidity, so it makes up the difference. It has a lock on the cabinet, and it's very efficient. So I love my cabinet here. And it looks nice in my living room. It's like a little focal point in my living room. People compliment me. They like to take a look at it and ask me questions about how I was able to put these plants in here and care for them. And I tell them that the cabinet is doing the most of the work. I just make sure I try to keep my plants watered. I got a few that I'm taking out so I can make sure they get enough water, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it today. We've done an inventory of what's in the greenhouse Millsboro cabinet, and hopefully we'll be able to put some more. I have some more room in this cabinet, you guys. So sometimes you have to move the shelves around as the plants grow. I have to keep my taller plants on the bottom shelf. But thanks again for stopping by my channel, and I hope you'll come back. Bye now.